Picture this. A young queen, barely 18, stands before the most powerful man in the world. She's wrapped in a carpet, smuggled into his palace to plead for her throne. This isn't the plot of a Hollywood blockbuster. This is the true story of Cleopatra, the last active ruler of ancient Egypt. Born in 69 BC, Cleopatra wasn't just a pretty face. She was a brilliant strategist, a cunning diplomat, and a polyglot who spoke 9 languages. Contrary to popular belief, she wasn't Egyptian by blood. She was Greek, a descendant of Ptolemy, one of Alexander the Great's generals. Cleopatra ascended to the throne at 18, co-ruling with her younger brother. But sibling rivalry soon turned deadly. Forced to flee, she made her carpet-wrapped entrance to Julius Caesar's quarters. It was a bold move that paid off. Caesar was captivated, not just by her beauty, but by her wit and political savvy. With Caesar's backing, Cleopatra regained her throne. But she didn't stop there. She saw an opportunity to secure Egypt's future in a world dominated by Rome. She bore Caesar a son, strengthening their alliance. After Caesar's assassination, she aligned herself with Antony, Caesar's right-hand man. But Cleopatra was more than just a master of political alliances. She was a patron of the arts and sciences. She expanded Egypt's fleet, making it a formidable naval power. She revitalized the economy, personally overseeing the production of royal decrees. Here's a surprising fact. Cleopatra was the first member of her dynasty in 300 years to learn Egyptian. She presented herself as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis, winning the love and loyalty of her people. But Cleopatra's reign wasn't without challenges. Rome was a constant threat. When Octavian, Caesar's heir, declared war on Antony, Cleopatra found herself in the crosshairs. The couple's forces were defeated at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. Rather than face capture and humiliation, Cleopatra chose to end her life. The tale of her death by aspite has captivated imaginations for centuries. But it's her life that truly deserves our attention. Cleopatra ruled Egypt for 21 years, longer than any other Ptolemaic monarch. She kept her country independent and prosperous in the face of Roman expansion. She was a shrewd negotiator, a capable administrator, and a visionary leader. Yet history often reduces her to a seductress, a temptress who beguiled powerful men. This couldn't be further from the truth. Plutarch, writing a century after her death, described her thus: "Her actual beauty was not in itself so remarkable, but the contact of her presence was irresistible. Her tongue was like a many-stringed instrument." Cleopatra's legacy extends far beyond her own time. She's inspired countless works of art, literature, and film. She's become a symbol of female power and political acumen. In a world where women leaders were rare, she held her own against the mightiest empire of her time. But perhaps her greatest legacy is the mystery that still surrounds her. Despite centuries of study, much about Cleopatra remains unknown. We don't know what she really looked like. We don't know where she's buried. This enigma only adds to her allure, ensuring that each generation discovers her anew. Cleopatra was more than a queen. She was a scholar, a linguist, a diplomat, and a naval commander. She was a woman who dared to challenge the gender norms of her time, who fought fiercely for her country's independence. In the words of Stacy Schiff, Pulitzer Prize-winning biographer, Cleopatra stood at one of the most dangerous intersections in history, that of women and power. She navigated that intersection with unparalleled skill, leaving an indelible mark on history. So the next time you hear Cleopatra's name, remember, you're not just hearing about a queen, you're hearing about one of the most remarkable leaders of the ancient world. A woman who rewrote the rules of power, a pharaoh who for a time held the fate of the Western world in her hands.